Hello everyone, welcome to week 2 of Academic Writing 2. I'll give you some tips and pointers on this week's work. Please be sure to go through all the resources because it's there. It is your textbook and there's a lot of helpful information to improve your writing and to score well on your assignments. Go through the learning resources and read over all the content. This is talking about reading, effective reading practices. It's very important because you'll be reading a lot of information if you want to have a good research paper. So have some strategies. This gives you strategies on reading, and it can be very helpful for you. Searching the UMGC library for news articles. I highly recommend looking at this video because it's very relevant for your issue exploration assignment, and it has some good tips on there. And the research question is something that you'll be doing for one of your discussions. There's 2 discussions this week, and your assignment, your issue exploration assignment. So definitely read this over, find out what a research question is. You'll be wanting to list 1 or 2 to give you kind of something to focus on for your research and for your paper. So writing process, again, talks about how to revise and edit your paper. Basically, writing is editing, revising. You plan it out. You write it to the best you can, first draft, get some feedback, revise it. Give yourself some time between drafts and revise it a final time, get some feedback. And that's what we're doing in this course. Definitely look at the sample. Well, I'll go ahead and click on that. This is what your issue exploration submission should look like. You'll have the complete APA 7 citation at the beginning. Then you'll have the URL that I can find it. So you should definitely have the entire one, not just a link to it, but the actual URL. So I can find it. Then I'll show you how to get to that in a minute. And the summary, a couple paragraphs. So you want to read over the article, the newspaper article, and write about it. Then you also, there's the other parts of it is you want to relate, find out how state a little bit about how the article relates to something in your life or in society, and also how it may relate to your field of study. And then there's some questions to answer too. So definitely look over those instructions carefully, and you'll be good to go on that. And the grammar lab, let's see what we're talking about this week. Run-on sentences and sentence fragments, definitely look at that. I believe there's probably one with the discussions will talk about that. So your discussions are your research topic and question. You want to narrow it down, not to be too general in your topic or in your research question. So there's tips in the coursework this week to help you with that. Making choices about sentence boundaries is kind of an opportunity to analyze some of your writing and see what you did to make it better, and if there's any problems with run-on sentences or fragments. And the assignment, it's worth 100 points for your final course grade. You want to find a newspaper article on your topic. Hopefully it's a fairly specific topic, and you'll want to complete the assignment as instructed. The due date is next Tuesday at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This actually will be part of your research paper, probably, because you'll probably want to use it in your research paper, so it's part of the process, so that's good. The initial submission is, I showed you a sample of it, and what you can get is a total of 85 points if you do everything correctly. And summarize it. This describes what should be in the additional paragraphs in addition to just a summary. Language choices for this, it can be a little more casual only because it's not the actual research paper. It's just an issue exploration. So, and one kind of unique thing is about these assignments is when you're done writing your assignment, there's reflection questions, and you post these in the comments box when you submit your assignment and answer these questions, and you'll get full points for that. And you'll see that on the rubric for the assignment. And then after I review your assignment and give you some feedback on it, you'll have an opportunity to earn the other 15 points, so you can get 100% for that. And there's also revision reflection questions for that too, and it does help to think about your writing, what you can do better. It's all very helpful to improve your writing. So I think I have the actual assignment here as far as how it will look when you call it up. Just wanted to point out that down below is the rubric for it. So that's how it will be graded. And the other thing I want to do is just do a quick example of how I would do an issue exploration and how I would take notes. So what I would do is go to the library. You want to choose databases by title, go to N for newspapers. I think I'll do ChatGPT, which is a fairly trendy topic, and see how it works with education too. That narrows it down a bit. Will make it a more interesting paper. And you want to go to the last 12 months. You want it to be within a year. And I think that's it for the search. Go to search. This first one's very good. I like the idea of not banning GPT because it probably wouldn't work. And so definitely I will read that over. When you're looking at this, click on the details, and that will give you the document URL that you need to submit with your assignment. These are also some other sources that are good that you might want to use when you're actually collecting more sources for your paper. The citation here might need a little bit of work to get it completely right, but you definitely want to save a copy of that and put it on a reference list, separate Word document. That's what I would do. And I would save a PDF into the file folder in my system, and I'd analyze it, what it looks like. I did call that up earlier, and hopefully you can see this. And this is what it looks like. And what I do is I save it into a folder, and the newspaper articles aren't too dense, so it's usually not, you don't have to get yourself all ready and prepared to read it, or like get it on a tablet and sit down and, I mean, you could probably do this on your computer because newspapers articles aren't usually too difficult. So, what I do is I read it over. I see things that I really like there's some reasons why ChatGPT shouldn't be banned, and I thought those might be good to mention in a paper. So I just highlight things that I think are interesting and that I think will make for good scholarly information to put or to help my research paper, to help formulate some answers to the research question I have. So that's how I do those. And then when I go back, I can kind of glance at them and see, this is something cool. I want to put this here, this there. So it's all about reading and trying to remember and organizing it. But if you have things highlighted, it'll help you probably make it makes my writing process go quicker because I've already read it, and these are things that I think are really interesting and will help my paper. So that should do it for this week. I think I look forward to looking at your papers and looking at your discussions. Let's have a good week.